Old is the latest film from director M. Night Shyamalan featuring Gael García Bernal, that's a bit of a tongue twister, as well as Thomasin McKenzie and Alex Wolff. And Old is a thriller about a family on a tropical holiday who discover that the secluded beach where they are relaxing for a few hours is somehow causing them to age rapidly, reducing their entire lives into a single day. Now guys, before I give you my review of Old, I want to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Have you had the chance to see this movie yet? Have you not? Are you excited to see it? Please comment down below, let me know. I'm really interested to see what a lot of you have to say about this film. Old is a movie that I didn't really know what to really think about it going in. I was lucky enough to get an early screener, and the thing is, I've always loved M. Night Shyamalan. I've always been a fan of his work. I love Signs, I love The Sixth Sense, I'm someone who really loves The Village. I think that Split is a really well-made movie, but my favorite movie of his of all time is Unbreakable. I love this man. He's made some great movies. Unfortunately, there are other movies out there like The Visit, The Lady in the Water, Avatar The Last Airbender, The Happening, that I do not think are so good. But one thing's for certain is that M. Night Shyamalan is a very brilliant filmmaker. He is always very ballsy, really takes things further than a lot of other people would. He really takes risks, and that's something I've always appreciated about him. And Old is probably my favorite movie of his in a very, very long time. I love this movie more than Split. I love this movie more probably than Signs and The Sixth Sense. Like, I really, really enjoy these movies, but I don't necessarily love them. But Old is a movie that had me completely fascinated and gripped from start to finish. This is a movie that really showcases M. Night Shyamalan's technical brilliance, from beautiful camera movements as well as the use of sound design, the use of a single location majority of the time. Like, there is basically the beginning and the end part that don't take place on this beach. The rest of the movie takes place on this beach in a single location. The use of the beach, the way the camera moves, the way certain scenes are edited together are all truly brilliant. Although M. Night still struggles here in regards to dialogue between characters, which really comes off incredibly cheesy and stilted a lot of the time, it is without a doubt easily his best film in a long time, especially on a technical standpoint, which this movie beautifully does showcase his brilliance. It's a very tense movie from a score that is probably one of my favorite of the entire year. This is such a very beautiful score, while also a very haunting and terrifying score that really makes you feel uneasy. The entire concept around this film of aging so rapidly, 1 year every 30 minutes or so, is truly terrifying as a concept, and this movie showcases it in a way that provides for some really gripping, really intense sequences, also certain sequences, especially towards the third act, that are truly terrifying, showcasing stuff such as incisions in regards to cuts or breaking bones, pregnancies and everything in regards to how that would work with rapid aging like this. And it is showcased in such a way that there are predetermined setup for certain things that happen, helping things make sense. Although the twist overall doesn't necessarily make sense on first viewing, luckily with my screener, I got to watch it a couple times, and can I truly say this? But this is a movie that, while a lot of people probably won't like this movie, I'm going to say that right now, this is a movie a lot of people will not get. It is a movie that on repeated rewatches where I just felt more fascinated, more obliged, and more intrigued by this concept and this narrative that Shyamalan showcases so brilliantly. It is tense, it is thrilling, it truly draws you in a matter where the concept alone and the narrative, while very vague at times and very mysterious, when you do deeper dives upon rewatches, you truly start to understand things, and it provides a form of more or less appreciation for not just the craftsmanship, but also the narrative at hand in the film as a whole. Especially with the twist. Yes, there is a twist, and although it doesn't necessarily work, I understand how it takes place. I understand its part in the film. Although thinking about it more and more, I'm like, but how would you do this? How would you do that? How would that come across? Not trying to give spoilers away, but when the twist actually comes across and you realize what it is a very interesting twist. It's a good twist. I just don't think it is well rounded as they thought it was necessarily. I will say a lot of the acting in this movie is really good, especially from, Gael García Bernal, I think his name is, as well as Alex Wolff. I think these two actors in particular are standouts in this film, while there are also other actors in this movie that I think are a little bit stilted. I don't think it's their fault. I do think it is down to the dialogue, such as Thomasin McKenzie, and what Thomasin McKenzie and Alex Wolff really had to do brilliantly, and really, it's a hard task, is that while they are growing rapidly, they have to act like they are 6 years old or 11 years old. These grown teenage to adults have to act younger, like small children. mentally speaking, these people that are growing up are not adults, and they are growing rapidly into adults. They still have that mindset of 6 and 11-year-olds. They have to pull that off. Well, Alex Wolff does a brilliant job with that, and I thought he was absolutely captivating in the film. I thought that Thomasin McKenzie, from her dialogue and everything, really struggled with that, and I understand that it's a really hard task to pull off. I'm not blaming her at all, and I really don't like shitting on actors. I just think that this was a really hard task, and I think she does the best with what she's provided and what she could do. It's just a very hard task, so I am going to still give, props where props are provided, and I am going to give credit where credit is due for her efforts in regards to trying to pull this off. There are some truly thrilling and truly horrifying sequences in this movie. There's a sequence in a tunnel towards the third act, which I thought was absolutely horrifying. You'll know it when you see it. The use of certain things in this movie in regards to the aging and the rapid healing and everything is utilized so well. There's a scene involving a pregnancy that was hinted at in the trailer that I thought was just so... It had my heart racing, and I was glued to the screen the entire time. I think this movie has a lot going for it. The sort of mystery provided, and also the not so much understanding initially, is what helps elevate the film, especially on rewatches, providing a greater appreciation for the craftsmanship on hand. Having watched the movie a handful of times now, thank you to my screener, having watched the movie a few times thanks to my screener and everything, I have grown an appreciation for this movie, because when I first saw the movie, I really enjoyed it, but upon the rewatches with the screening and everything, I just loved it even more and more. I started to grow this appreciation. I thought the technical elements from cinematography, sound design, the editing, and the craftsmanship on hand, the score in particular is immaculate. I think M. Night has proven himself once again to be a brilliant filmmaker and a true master at his craft. While the actors, for the most part, while a lot of it is stilted due to some pretty bad dialogue, I think that they all do the best with what they provided, Gael García Bernal as well as Alex Wolff being standouts in particular. I think this is a very fascinating movie. I think this is a really well-made movie. I loved Old. I thought this was fucking great. Although the final maybe 20 minutes kind of derail it a bit with the twist, although I understand its purpose and its place, it doesn't necessarily make sense or tie in as well as I think they wanted it to. I think the opening part is a little bit iffy in regards to pacing, but at the same time, I truly love this movie. I really, really did. I think this is a movie that a lot of people are not going to like, nor are they going to understand, but I think upon rewatches, a lot of audience members will really start to appreciate this film as I did. I truly loved Old. I know a lot of people weren't excited for this movie due to the trailer, but I reassure you, please give this movie a chance. Please go check it out. It is truly amazing, and I absolutely loved it. I think you guys will too if you give it a chance, especially with multiple rewatches. I think you guys will grow a wider appreciation. I'm going to give Old a B+. So guys, what did you think of Old? I want to see what you guys have to say down in the comment section below. Did you love it? Did you hate it? Or are you somewhere right in the middle? Just comment down below. Let me know. Do be sure also from the social medias, Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and Twitch to watch my live streams and keep updated future content coming to the channel. Do be sure to click the subscribe button and the bell to get notified when new videos are up every single week. Do be sure to give this video a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe. I'll see you all in the next video. Take care.